Welcome back, guys. Today we are watching this video by Dan. FTMO breached my challenge 200k phase 1 week 4. So Dan basically made a FTMO trading challenge, and in week 4 he lost the challenge, and now we're gonna find out why.
I've just failed my FTMO challenge.
FTMO challenge, guys. So week by week, week 2.
Okay, basically he just failed, and I know how it feels like to fail a challenge. I lost myself many challenges as well until I finally got funded with the prop trading challenge. And let's see what mistake he made, or if he got unlucky, because the rules of those prop trading providers get harder and harder to really make sure that almost no traders can sustainably run a prop trading account. It's a pity. So let's find out what his problem was.
My FTMO to week 3 of this FTMO series where
That's right, I failed on week 4 considering I've actually done 70k of payouts worth with FTMO.
Okay, first of all, this is crazy. 70k payouts with FTMO. So he's a professional prop trader. He knows what he is doing. And even he encounters some problems with some newer challenges. Sometimes you just lose. It's part of the game. So let's find out why.
So if you didn't know, I'm actually doing a full FTMO challenge where I bought the challenge. I'm showing you phase 1, showing you every single trade. Week 1 was minus, I think 4%, so it was 4%. Week 2, I ended up crawling out a drawdown and making a slight profit. Week 3, we ended up making another profit, and we were so close. And then week 4 was just all gone to waste. Now, in this
So first of all, I think it in theory makes sense to be a bit more risky in those challenges, and then when you get funded you can turn down your risk and really trade a little bit more conservative to make sure that you keep on profiting, not losing your already funded account, and keep on paying yourself with payouts. And so I think it's not a pity to lose a challenge because you maybe ended up being a little too risky. Let's see.
This video is going to be amazing because I want to talk to you and show you how to reset, because I failed the challenge. And this is the best part about having the transparency of this, is I'm showing you from the whole A to Z. And it just shows after 3 months of trading, I had a lot of bad habits that come through. I'm still getting my mind back to straight, which of all the issues that I've had to deal with, but it's fine. That's absolutely fine.
I love to see how every trader encounters those psychological problems, where every trader has some bad phases, where his strategy is not working well, where your mental state is not good, and therefore you're gonna trade bad. Every trader encounters those situations, even with already $70,000 in FTMO payouts, loses the challenge because something went wrong. And now this is a transparent video. Actually, immediately deserves a like. Somebody who shows his mistake that transparent is already collecting sympathy points at this point.
And it's exactly for the same for you guys. It's me versus me. I don't care if people are like, oh my God, he's failed a challenge or whatever, because when I get a payout, that is on me. When I'm successful, that is on me. The growth.
And that's so true, guys. All the people that are writing down comments, oh, the trading was so bad, and of course he's gonna fail. Oh, finally he failed. I'm happy he failed. Guys, that's just so a loser mentality. We should stay together, keep pushing ourselves, and not try to be happy about someone's mistakes or someone's downfalls. I think that's completely mistaken and just a loser mentality. So everybody who's writing bad comments because somebody failed a challenge never traded successfully in their life either.
Growth that I have, the money that I make, the skill that I get, everything that I do is for me and my family, which is what we all must remember when it comes to trading. But at the same time, I'm trying to do this transparently to show you who I am, to show you what exactly happens. And listen, I've done this in the past and I'll do it again. And that's what you got to tell yourself. You've done it in the past, you can do it again. And if you haven't, then visualize yourself doing it. So
I love how he has printed out all of his passing certificates on those different prop trading providers. And his whole office is like those certificates that you get if you pass a challenge. Maybe I should consider doing that too. I passed several challenges on several providers. Maybe I should print some of them out and put it in the back. My bookshelf is still pretty empty, isn't it?
I tilted on the fourth week, and it was a spiral of things. And the first thing is that I was getting fed up of the challenge. That it was just, I've done like a whole report, so I'm going to read everything out to you. I'm going to show you everything in a summary in the screen recording in a minute. So long story short, I started getting frustrated with the challenge. It was nearly 4 weeks of up and down, and I wanted to start fresh. I still didn't really.
First point, so true. Usually a challenge, you pay for a challenge for 30 days, and after 30 days you have to pay again. That's the case on most providers. So if he's already in week 4 and he needs to pay again, and his challenge is an up and down, and he's maybe in a little loss, it definitely makes sense to just start a new challenge, begin fresh, clear account. You have to pay nevertheless, so just start a new challenge. So maybe he started to get a little more risky by the end to turn things around, and then he lost. No big deal.
Really fully mentally recover from all the things that are going on in my life right now. So if you did or did not know, I made a video about this, but mum was in hospital and now she's out, and that's the psychology of life. You know, you got to juggle life, you got to juggle trading. But what I must say is that I have definitely become a much better trader than I was 5 years ago, because I wouldn't be able to trade like I did now this time with all the things that are going on in my life. Does that make sense? Like all of
the psychological part is so freaking important in trading. So it's a great step to be able to trade professionally with some shit going on in the background. Okay, if you can separate your private life from your mental state in trading, you're a real professional. It's not that easy.
all of these mental aspects, I still traded actually incredibly well. And then I had a few days mistakes, but I've learned a lot from my mistakes again this time to come back in. This is why when you take a break, such a long break, and it's not a break because, oh, I've gone and had a good time, because that's pretty cool. You can ease yourself back in. But I've had a break because life forced me to take a break, and it wasn't a break where I was able to recoup. It was a break where I had to step away from one thing.
Yeah, sometimes it occurs that you need a necessary break, and your body really needs a break from trading. Your head needs a break from trading, but you won't allow your body to do it. But then something happens in your life and you're forced to do the break. It's the same with working out. I don't know if you go to the gym regularly. Sometimes your body really needs a break from working out. Okay, you're overtrained, you're just in a fatigue state, but you keep on pushing and keep on pushing. What happens then? You get sick. Life really pushes in and say, okay, now you won't stop. I will stop it for you. And you immediately get sick and you have to take the break. Okay, you're forced to take the break. And the same goes on with trading. You keep pushing even though your mental state is not there anymore. You keep on trading, keep on trading. Okay, then something happens that forces you to do the break. Either you lose the account, you lose the challenge, or something in your private life really happens, which means you are forced to do the trading break for several weeks. Okay.
And then solve the problems for another, is that you learn a lot, you become better. And that's why, like, when I'm on this next bootcamp that I'm doing in November, it's going to be the best bootcamp I've ever done in my life, because it's not about just trading. Better human, better trader. There's so much you learn and so much you become. Anyway, so it was all the life things. I had expectation problems on a trade. So basically I took a trade twice, then it melted, and then I wanted to capture this opportunity I knew would have paid. And then I chased that too much, and then that was the cause of the downfall of my account, which
chasing trades, simple mistake, everybody does it. Fear of missing out, false expectations, wanting to make money back. Everybody encounters those problems. It's always the same, guys. It's always the same.
you can see a little bit later. And the last one was, do you know what the last one was? Is that I just traded bad. I can't really complain or do anything about it. Honestly, I really am happy that I failed. And that's God's will as well, because now that I failed, I get to show you guys this side, and then I can just show you this side, because I find more often than not.
Yeah, as I told you, sometimes you really need to fail to get forward, and you just won't stop doing it. So then life just sometimes finds a way to stop you for a second, to give you the break, and that is best for you on some occasions.
Like if I just pass this really smoothly, a lot of people can't really resonate with that, whereas I failed so much in this, I made so many mistakes in this, which I haven't done in years, that I had to, and it was on the one time I documented, well, I documented 2.5 million last year, but this is just so cool because now you guys can learn from it. I can learn from it. I'm going to be better from this.
That's a great thing about all of the live transparent videos. Also my live stream videos. I also have losing days, and I post those losing days because you can relate. You also have losing days. So why don't we share together what mistakes we made and learn together from it? It's way better. And sometimes you don't even do a mistake, but your strategy just produces a losing day. And then I also upload those videos to show you I did not do anything wrong, but losing days are just part of the game. Sometimes your strategy produces a losing day and you have to deal with it. You have to be able to accept the loss. It's just like a business expense in our job. We can't win every day. Otherwise we would be millionaires in like 2 months. Okay. So it's so important that we get those transparent YouTubers that will show us their mistakes, their flaws, their bad trades. I love this video already, so let's keep on watching.
As well, and we're going to go to the moon. So, without further ado, let's go to the screen recording, and I'll show you all the stuff. Okay, so before we go into that, I just want to quickly say is don't forget to really understand that this journey is me versus me. And the best thing about all of this series is for you guys, honestly, to truly learn and understand, okay, what did Dan do right and what did Dan do wrong? And what can you benefit for you versus you? This video is free. It's on YouTube. So let's get some value. Let's smash it. Let's be positive.
He has the same mentality and the same perspective on things like I do. It's just like wanting to produce transparent content that we all can learn from. I love it. So now let's get a little bit into it, what he did wrong. Maybe you can learn something in the next few minutes.
Go and drop a positive comment down below. And also, if you want the statement, you want anything from this, it's all documented for free. The series, the webinars, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, the statement.
So definitely make sure to check Dan out. Links to his videos, to his channel, everything is in the description. Check out the video, check out his description to see if you can learn something from him.
Plan, everything I'm going to be doing is on a sequence. You can have that for free, link in the description. So let's start this and go on to the review. Okay, so here we have it. Let's start off with the FTMO dashboard as an overall. So you can see throughout the whole thing, it was just incredibly choppy. And this is...
I think he doubled his audio on this clip. So it has the audio from his microphone and the audio from the camera. I think I hear some double voice here. Doesn't matter.
Huge downfall here where it was just honestly due to overtrading and just me giving up on the challenge as an overall. So you can see we were very close. The closest we got to was like 6.5%. I played the first 3 weeks really well. If we look at our statistics, it was roughly around a 1 to 2 trade, so an average of 1.85R. That's even including...
So very great statistics. Average profit, average loss. Looks very good here actually. Profit factor. Alright, risk reward ratio good. Whereas win rate is not to be seen here, or am I wrong? Here is win rate 30%. Guys, this is realistic. This is a realistic approach. A win rate of freaking 30%. I'm so happy that we can see that. All of those YouTube gurus who try to sell you their stuff with a win rate of 70, 80, 90%, this cannot work. This is something that is realistic. If you want to have a very good risk-reward ratio, in his case almost a risk-reward between 1.8 and 2, then it is just a realistic outlook that you're gonna have a win rate under 50%. Sometimes that happens, okay? If you get a win rate with 50% and a risk reward of 2, then you are so freaking profitable. I myself have a win rate that is well under 50%. Why is that? Because I collect a lot of losers and then one big trend day, one big winner, which makes up for all of the losing trades. So this is something very realistic. Don't get fooled by the YouTube gurus who try to sell you their strategy because of a high win rate. The win rate does not matter that much. Okay, so this is really realistic. Okay, he lost the challenge, so if he would have won it, basically his win rate would have been higher, but 30% and a good risk reward is a little more realistic.
We did a downfall, which isn't too bad considering I didn't do too bad as well. The win rate's at 30%, so that's within my range as an overall. One of the...
He says it's within his range.
Biggest things is people ask me about the amount of trades. Now the trades is around 2 to 3 trades per trade execution, because I don't actually open one position. I open about 2 to 3 positions per trade for faster execution and also just to be able to manage the trade as an overall. So as soon as we started off really well. That week I really couldn't complain. Now this was the tilt day. Again, this day causes it, and you can see 2 times.
Okay, so first of all, looks pretty good. What triggers me a little bit is that some of his losers are way bigger, some of his losing days are way bigger than his winning days. So this is not what I would aim for, but overall, if it is in the range between twice the amount of winning days to losing days, everything is still fine.
Caused these really bad downfalls. And now if I was able to, now reviewing everything, this is why journaling is so cool and so key, because now you can do this with me together, and this is what I do.
I love it.
Is that if we look at the major downfalls, if we look at everything, I actually have more winning days than I have on my losing days, right? So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, well, this would have been 11, 12, so 10 winning days. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losing days. So it's about 50%, right? So if I actually just really reduced my losing days, I would have been profitable way further. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So his ratio between winning days and losing days is totally fine, but he lost a little too much on those losing days. But it's easier said than done, okay? Maybe he wanted to turn things around, and on his winning days, maybe it worked that he had a loser before, and then he traded more and more and made it into a winning day, and he maybe tried to do that on the losing days as well, but it did not work out, okay? So we can't be too sure of what happened there. Basically, we can see that he opened way more trades on those losers here. Maybe that's a little sign that he really tried to turn things around and it just did not work. Maybe those days weren't just working with his strategy, okay? Then he should have been a little faster to accept that today is not the day for me. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. And he's a profitable trader. He passed so many challenges, so I think he knows what he's doing.
So if I reduced it down to 6k on my losing days, I would have saved 3k here, 3k there, so that's 6k in total. Another 3k here, that would have been 9k I would have saved, and then another 2k I would have saved here. Not only would I have saved another 2k, if I actually stopped as well, I would have been a lot more profitable on certain days. I believe this day here, I probably could have just ignored these. Well, this was the first try, I could have ignored some of these trades. And then on
yeah, afterwards it's always easier said than done, okay? It's good that you analyze things, but sometimes you also come just to the conclusion that you did not do so many mistakes, you did not do everything wrong, but it just did not work out on this specific day, in this specific week, and yes, sometimes in this specific month. I also have losing months, and I get comments saying, how could you be a profitable trader with losing months? Okay, yeah, it's because I am very profitable in the course of a year. Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes I have a losing month. So it is what it is, okay? Try to do it better, but this is the realistic thing that we are seeing here. Because sometimes your strategy is not working this specific time period, okay?
This day, 100%, you know, well, actually, no, it's not this one. This day, 100%, this was a messy of a day.
Okay, let me just jump forward to my trade analysis for a second.
Obviously the trading, I talk about these trades. I played the start of the week. I played really well, really well. But let's go into, do you know what? Let's just get even more personal. So let's go on to the horrendous day, which is here. And I ended up just chasing this idea because look, we were 7k up for that day, and then ended up just stopping out and then just overdid it. And this is a full write up. It was a trigger, and the trigger was because the day before, which was a minus 6.4k, I tried 3 times. This trade would have actually helped me pass the challenge if I actually had a better execution. And that was the trigger effect. Because I was so adamant about being short, I didn't leave it alone. And because obviously I'm doing the challenge as well, I'm so focused on trading. And this goes back to a lot of the old videos I made. I trade the best when I don't care. And
it's also maybe the factor that he was recording course of this challenge for YouTube, that you start to care a little more because you want to produce a good looking video, and it's totally normal. So if you record for YouTube, maybe you are trading a little worse because you just start to care too much. You start to not take your loss because you maybe want to see it go into profit again, etc, etc. Okay, maybe taking your profit a little too early because you think, oh, okay, I want to capture a profit in this YouTube video. Stuff like that happens, okay? So maybe therefore he said himself, he cared a little too much. He trades better when he is not that into it, meaning like he does not care too much here. And maybe the fact that he was recording it for YouTube was part of it as well. Okay, I'm not gonna watch the rest of the video. That is up to you. So definitely make sure to check out the video, to check out his channel, to watch the rest of it, to really see what mistakes he did in his trading, to learn something from him. I'm finished for now. Very good video. I think we can react a little more often to his videos. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more reaction stuff and also some live trading videos of mine. Of course, I will continue doing live trading. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourself, guys. Bye bye.